Climate action at the University of Bristol. The University of Bristol has pledged to become a net zero carbon campus by 2030, divesting from fossil fuel investments, investing over £10 million in energy saving technologies, and generating energy from renewable sources like solar power. But we also want to inspire and support everyone to take action on a personal and professional level. Here are just a few ways you can be part of the solution. Be the change. Each year, we encourage our staff and students to think and act more sustainably through our Be the Change campaign. You can earn points for things like measuring your carbon footprint, making active journeys such as walking or cycling, and shopping sustainably with ethical businesses. Learn about sustainable development. Over 85% of our undergraduates have an opportunity to study sustainability within their course. Up to 300 students each year take the open unit on sustainable development, and all students and staff can take the Sustainable Futures online course. Students are also learning by doing. A team of student volunteers are working with businesses to develop and implement climate action plans in our local community. Help develop a climate action plan. A climate action plan details the steps an organisation will take to reduce its carbon footprint. The actions outlined in a plan should be targeted, which is why we're implementing them within each school. So, for example, the steps taken by our energy-intensive research labs to reduce their carbon footprint will be different from those taken by our arts faculty, situated in our historic buildings. Staff and students across every department of the university are working away right now on their climate action plans. Join a Bristol SU society or action group. Many of our students and staff are highly aware of the climate crisis and have formed groups to organise action. We also employ students to organise student-led initiatives with support from the SU and university. For example, our People's Assembly events, Sustainability Month, and our annual Climate Day of Action. However you choose to play your part, from personal lifestyle choices to climate activism, at the University of Bristol, we're creating a sustainable future together. For more information and to get involved with any of the initiatives mentioned, visit www.bristol.ac.uk/sustainability/get involved.